All right, welcome to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining us. I've got David Kam, Chairman and CEO of Earth Dollar with us. David, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm very happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here too. All right, you've made a lot of improvements in your company since we first spoke. I think you were one of the early adopters to our radio show. Give our viewing audience some depth, some background on how Earth Dollar got started, the inspiration, and then let's walk through what Earth Dollar is now, what it's going to be in the future, and then I've got several other questions for you that I can bring in. But let's start with that, David.
Well, we started Earth Dollar really by accident because we were helping Indigenous people protect their land. And eventually that turned into a business relationship where they pledged all the fruits of the land to back the Earth Dollar, which is all the assets of that they own on 18 million hectares of land, including fresh water, trees, mineral rights, carbon credit, cell phone rights, real estate, everything. On the land, underground, and above the land, to back the Earth Dollar. So this is a tremendous a new concept, this asset-backed currency.
Brilliant, brilliant. Tell our audience what Earth Dollar is.
Earth Dollar is a currency that actually generates wealth by restoring the Earth. So if let's say, example, the area has 1 million trees and it's worth $350 million, if after we plant another 1 million trees, it doubles the asset value, so backing the Earth Dollar. So the Earth Dollar increases in value if for example, the water has a low water quality index, and you cannot drink it, but actually we clean up the lake or the river, and it becomes very high quality, drinkable. It becomes a tremendous asset value. So now there's incentive to actually plant more trees, to restore the earth, and to keep, like example, the oil under the ground instead to back the Earth Dollar, because you don't have to actually exploit it to actually bring the value to back the Earth Dollar. Example, oil underground. It can be structured as a futures contract, which is, so that's how we're doing it.
That's interesting. Is that what you mean by natural capital?
Yes, natural capital is developed by the World Bank. It's a new accounting system that values minerals underground, the water in the lake, the trees in a forest like that. So that's a new concept that's put out by the World Bank, and there's around 20 countries using it now, and it's probably going to become the de facto accounting system by 2030.
Well, that is a major statement.
Yes, because 300 banks got together to create this new accounting system. In other words, they want to put all the wealth that is underground on their books now, and also the trees, the water, the lakes, and everything. They want to put it on their accounting books as a asset, and they also can create equity out of it and print more money and create more loans for customers.
Now, David, you've got a real passion behind this because there's a personal story attached to it. I wonder if you'd mind bringing out the story about your brother giving you the impetus to move forward and contribute to this idea.
My family actually came from a very poor family. My eldest brother, which I never knew, he died from starvation in China. Starving to death. There was not enough food after World War II, and unfortunately he died. And also the same thing for my father. Was so hungry, he strapped a bicycle tire onto himself and swam from China to Macau to escape hunger and death. So that's how my family came from, and we came from a very poor family and came as refugees to Canada. Luckily, we were accepted by the Canadian government as refugees, and that allowed me to have a university education. My parents put all their hopes and dreams into their children to make a better world, I guess, and also better chance for our family.
a great story, and I appreciate the passion behind it and the history and the pain it took to get to where you are from everybody involved. Bring us into, or weave it into, the personal mission to end extreme poverty worldwide.
It was really by accident, like I said. The indigenous people actually making the first step to pledge the assets. The amount of assets on 18 million hectares of land, according to the natural capital accounting system, is actually $6.91 trillion of euros of asset value. And we're using 50% of that 3.22 trillion euros of assets to back a new currency called the Earth dollar. And their goal is to spread it around the world to overcome global poverty. So this is a tremendous opportunity to actually end poverty in our lifetime. That's what we're hoping for. And also to create a more sustainable planet, of course.
Give me some concept of milestones and trajectory for where you are, where you think you're going, how long you think it's going to be for this to be adopted and actually to take place with you. Envision your vision.
I think right now we are doing a ICO, or token sales. We haven't set a date yet. Hopefully we can do it in the fall of 2018. That will allow to create the initial infrastructure for the blockchain technology that will be, we call it the living economic system. It's actually, we're building an entire economic system on the blockchain, allows nations to run their economy on the blockchain. Right now we have 7 indigenous nations that signed up to run it on the blockchain. And we're also 4 districts in Ghana to run their entire economy on this blockchain. And hopefully the entire Ghana country can be run on our system.
Okay. Let me get some geographic information from you on that point. Are they all the major continents, or are they focused in one, a couple of continents that are early adopters here?
It's just Canada, the country of Canada, and also Ghana to start. Just 2 countries mainly.
Got it. All right, that's good. David, before we part, any major words or content or pearls of wisdom you'd like our audience to know before we part on our show today?
I think it's, if you want to find out more, you could go to the earthdollar.org to find out more. And my thing is, my wisdom that I want to provide is that, you know, the money system is man-made. Anything man-made can be recreated. So actually poverty is also man-made. So we have to remember that with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Earth dollar, it's a new monetary system that can generate new wealth for the entire world, that I don't think it should be stopped or slowed down, because this is one of the ways it's generating new wealth that never existed before. So that's kind of important.
Well said, David. Thanks for being a guest on the show.
Thank you so much for everything.
You're welcome. All right, you've been watching CEO Money with Michael Yorba. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much.